the best worst podcast you've ever heard. And now, the Ronnie and Bo Show, brought to you by Prescott Realty.
I don't want you knowing my personality. I mean, if you can't tell my personality by listening to this podcast, then tough luck.
Okay, we've talked about this long enough. You need to be more adaptable.
Oh, there's a lot of things I need to be more of.
We're gonna take the test, diagnose the personality disease that you have, and
Yes.
then we'll prescribe a cure, Bo. It's going to be for your good.
All right, but I'm not taking the cure.
Just
you can prescribe it, but I'm not going to follow it.
We're going to force that pill down your throat, or some other. We'll inject it, or
Thank you very much.
However we want to administer this. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I know what you're going to say. Turn my head and cough. I'm not falling for that. It's the Ronnie and Bo Show, brought to you by Prescott Realty. Give them a call at 928-499-8700. Our friends at Prescott Realty are supporting the Ronnie and Bo podcast, and they do a fantastic job. You have personal experience.
I do.
Not only selling one of your homes, but buying another home. And I have personal experience working with Lorinda Johnson, trying to find us a headquarters. So These are good folks. John Rocha, excuse me.
Yep.
Now he's going to make fun of me because I guess a couple of weeks ago I made fun of Lorinda Johnson. So anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, well, you can link up with them, and they'll just talk. You can call and ask some questions, or go over at one of their two office locations, one downtown Prescott, the other out in Williamson Valley, and just meet with them, or give them a call at 928-499-8700, and one of their specialists, we'll talk more about that later, but they will help you through the process. So give them a call or check out PrescottRealty.com.
And now it's time for another exciting episode of Ronnie and Bo's Who Said It?
Oh, Who Said It is brought to you by PrescottClothing.com. And Who Said It?
We're going to give you a phrase. We're going to tell you the answer at the end of the podcast, so stick around with us, okay?
Yeah, so I'll give you the quote here, Bo, and you've got to figure out who said it, or wait until the end. So who said it? Here's the quote. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams.
Wow.
Oh,
and we've all been there.
We have.
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah, I feel that way with my wife.
Well, no. You don't feel that way now. 20 years later.
Speak for yourself.
20 years later, you don't feel that way.
It
but when you were, when you were hard up and desperate and you got a girlfriend, then you felt that way. You couldn't sleep.
Exactly.
But now you don't feel that way.
I could fall asleep right now.
Okay.
I could fall asleep at the drop of a hat. So you know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. Who said it? We'll tell you at the end of the episode, so hang on. So the other day, we did a personality test. You sprung a personality test on me. We took an online one.
We determined he's sensitive and freakish. I think that's what that was the conclusion.
That was basically the conclusion. I'm too sensitive for my own good, and so it's only fair that we get you back. And so today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to quiz Bo Woods on his personality.
I should have remembered your answers and just
copied.
Done that. And then I'm sensitive. And go ahead.
All right, and so I'm going to fire these questions at you, and you can kind of play along as you're listening right now to this episode. You might kind of rate yourself, or you can go online and check this out for yourself later.
But
ready. Bo, let's dive in.
Okay.
So there's agree on one end, disagree on the other end of the spectrum, or kind of slightly or mildly in the middle. Okay. We'll begin. Here we go. First one, you find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people.
Strongly disagree.
Okay.
And it's helpful that I have that sticker on my shirt. My name is. But go ahead.
All right. You often get so lost in thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings.
I would, the first one, slightly agree.
Okay, slightly agree. All right. You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox.
Strongly disagree.
All right. The mess doesn't bother you.
No, that's my
Cluttered
problem.
Mailbox. Okay. You find it easy to stay relaxed even when there is some pressure.
I think that my role is in my career. I think I've learned to control that. I would agree.
Agree.
Strongly agree.
Okay. All right. You do not usually initiate conversations.
Do you know me?
I think so.
I would strongly disagree.
All right. You rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity.
Strongly disagree.
Oh, you're a curious one, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been accused of having miles and miles of nothing in between my ears. Never a dull moment between Bo's ears. Go ahead.
You feel superior to other people.
Strongly disagree.
Okay. All right. Being organized is more important to you than being adaptable.
You can stop with the than the other. Being organized, I strongly disagree.
Okay. I had a whole lot in the middle. I was hedging constantly, and you're
black or
you're
white,
polarized here, aren't you? Okay. You are usually highly motivated and energetic.
Strongly agree.
Awesome. I would agree with that. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset.
I would, the first one, slightly agree with that.
Okay, slightly agree. All right. Next one. You often feel as if you have to justify yourself to other people.
Strongly disagree.
Okay. You don't feel that need?
No.
Yeah, all right.
They can pucker up and they can pound sand. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Your home and work environments are quite tidy.
Strongly disagree.
Can I just judge it based on your half of the studio desk?
Do you want to answer that one for me? Strongly disagree.
Okay. All right. See, and we're flying through these questions at a rate that we were not flying through mine, which that says something altogether.
Yeah, that's true too. But can I interject real quick? You know, we did your personality a couple of episodes ago. We're doing mine. You know what? We determined you're an advocate, I think, and we're going to find out what personality type I am.
Right.
I think what we determined is we could redo The Odd Couple on Broadway or on TV. I think that's what we're determining.
Tony Randall and what the other guy was.
Felix Unger or whatever his name was.
All right, so here we go. You do not mind being at the center of attention.
I strongly agree.
I would agree with that agreement. You consider yourself more practical than creative.
Now, that's one of those questions that I have a little bit of both.
It's a split,
let me go, but I'm not going to remain neutral. I'm going to go the first one, slightly agree, because I am practical, even though I'm a little sporadic.
Okay, you're a little more practical
just
than
slightly.
Creative, but just slightly. Okay. People can rarely upset you.
Strongly disagree. I need to work on that.
Okay. Your travel plans are usually well thought out.
Strongly, no. I disagree. Middle disagree.
Okay. All right. It is often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings.
That's I'm a me person, so that's sort of tough. But
it's often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings.
I'm going to say middle disagree.
Yeah, I think you're pretty good at that. You get
I
it.
worry about people, but not to the full.
Okay. Your mood can change very quickly.
I would agree with it. Fully agree.
Okay. All right. And in a discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities.
See, that's I have a problem with that. Not a problem with that. I have a problem with other people's opinions. I don't have a problem with it at all. I think truth is more important than other people's feelings in an argument.
Yeah.
I would say medium agree.
Okay. All right. So when you want someone else's opinion, you'll give it to them.
Yes,
exactly.
That's
the
it.
deal?
There you go.
All right. You rarely.
Now wait a minute. Let me ask you that. Okay. Now see, and I'm gonna. It's okay. We need to figure out how to get off this mountain and eaten from bears. Okay.
Okay.
And we need to worry about that because there's a bear coming at us or an avalanche coming down right now. We need to figure that out.
Yeah, we do.
So, do you worry about what Ron says about it, or do you get it right and get it done?
That is a really good question.
That's where I'm coming from. Okay, continue.
You rarely worry about how your actions affect other people. You rarely worry about how your actions affect other people. Agree, disagree, somewhere in the middle.
Slightly disagree.
Slightly disagree. Okay. Your work style is closer to random energy spikes.
Yes, agree. Fully agree. Don't have to finish the sentence.
You're not the methodical, organized. So
fully agree.
Fully agree. All right. You are often envious of others.
No, disagree.
Okay.
Fully disagree.
Okay. An interesting book or a video game is often better than a social event.
Fully disagree.
Fully disagree. Okay. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project.
I would the lowest slightly agree.
All right.
Because I like to go off the rails a little bit.
Okay, you got to have a little bit of the flexibility. You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas.
Strongly disagree.
I would love to know your fantasies.
I told you this, and I may have said this earlier in this podcast, but I had a friend out in Coyote Springs that said, he looked at me and he said, I was telling him some story about something,
right.
And he looked at me and he paused so that he got my full attention. He said, what did he say? I told you this before. He said, there's never a dull moment between those ears of yours, is there?
That's true. All right, here you go. You often find yourself lost in thought when you are walking in nature.
That's one of those neutrals because I don't think I like walking in nature.
Okay.
I'll say I slightly agree.
Okay, all right. If someone does not respond to your email quickly, you start worrying if you said something wrong.
Now, I have my answer. Do you remember your answer? Just to give you an example of how different we are and how much we love that.
Right.
Do you vaguely remember yours? Okay, I'll give you mine. Mine's 100% disagree. I don't care if you see my email.
I was concerned, I remember, but I don't remember to what extent. So, and you don't care at all.
I'm going to send you my email, and if you don't get back to me, that's your problem.
Then whatever. Okay, awesome. All right, as a parent, here's what we blew up the Woods household. As a parent, you would rather see your child grow up kind than smart.
See, now that was a hard one, but you handled it extremely well on your personality test, and so now you've put pressure on me to change my answer.
Obviously, we all want our kids to be both.
No. More, was to say more kind or kind than? More
kind. You'd rather see Bo and Chessa grow up and be kind than rather have Bo and Chessa grow up to be smart.
Did you know that you're doing a podcast with Bo and my son is not named Bo? Huh? Did you just call my? Huh?
Did I? Oh, I said Cash.
Bo and Chessa
I thought
twice.
he said Cash and Chessa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm all confused now.
All right. So Cash and Chessa, would you rather see them be kind or smart when they grow up?
So you said kind or, not more kind than smart.
This literally reads, as a parent, you would rather see your child grow up kind than smart.
That sounds like an either or.
It does.
Not a more than or a less than.
But I think they're saying you want them more kind. I think that's what this is getting at.
I'm gonna do the slightest disagree with that statement.
Okay, all right, gotcha. Okay, here we go. You do not let other people influence your actions.
I'm going to do the slightest disagree.
All right. When you sleep, your dreams tend to focus on the real world and its events.
No, I strongly disagree.
It does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities at your new workplace.
Now, I know it doesn't say that, but when you say not much time, do you mean 4 or 5 seconds? Or do you mean... Because I need to know how to answer this.
And this is the entirely opposite ends of the spectrum from your professional workplace and my profession.
That's right.
You had to work alone.
That's right.
So how much social stuff is there in the radio studio?
So say it again. I'm sorry.
It does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities at your new workplace.
Fully agree.
All right. You are more of a natural improviser than a careful planner.
Boy, I don't know. I lean more to agree with that, but I think I'm a little neutral because I like to plan some things. But I'm going to do slightly agree with that.
Okay. Your emotions control you more than you control them.
Boy, that's one of those 50-50, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that I control my emotions better.
Yeah.
I'm going to say slightly disagree. I think sometimes they get the best of me.
Okay. You enjoy going to social events that involve dress up. or role play activities.
See, that's what I don't understand. If you mean go to a party in a tuxedo, I don't mind that. If you mean go to a place in North Hollywood, never mind. I'll say I don't mind that. I'll say I slightly disagree.
Okay. You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan. Didn't we just ask something
I
like
know.
that?
They're all sort of similar. I'll fully agree to that.
Okay. You are a relatively reserved and quiet person.
Why are you laughing? See? I will strongly disagree. Highlighting.
If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees.
I would slightly agree with that.
Yeah,
I understand that business is business, but
people are people too.
That's right.
That's the hard part.
It's hard.
You often contemplate the reasons for human existence.
That's interesting because there's a lot of takes on that,
right?
Especially you and your church background,
right?
And then people who are curious,
yeah.
And then there are just people who don't give a darn. I mean,
exactly.
It's gonna, So I would say I strongly disagree with that.
Okay, logic is more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions.
Strongly agree.
Okay. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list.
Boy, I like to-do lists because I'm not joking, I can't remember things,
Okay.
And it is very helpful for me to write something down on a piece of paper. But I'm gonna say strongly agree because I like to leave my options open and fly by the seat of my pants.
Awesome. All right. If your friend is sad about something, you are more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with the problem.
Now, see, I'm not good at that. I need to. I tend to say, do this, or the reason you're feeling that way is that.
You want to fix it. You don't want to.
I do want to.
You don't want them to stay sad.
Yeah, but I should probably have more empathy for the situation. So I'm going to say I slightly disagree with that statement.
Okay.
And I know that I should probably listen and be more empathetic.
Okay. All right. We're getting there. Only 49,000 questions to go. All right. No. You rarely feel insecure.
That's one of those interesting. That's sort of one of those neutral ones.
It is
because
yeah.
you have to.
We all have our moments, but
yeah, but you have to be out in the open or whatever. You have to be on, right? You have to be on. But okay, so you rarely feel insecure. I would say the medium disagree.
Okay.
No. I'm sorry. What was it?
Medium agree.
Medium agree because I'm an insecure person. Sure, I am.
Yeah, but you rarely.
But I try to control it.
Yeah. Okay. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it.
I slightly disagree with that.
Okay. All right. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork.
Now, see, I know the answer that I should say, but if you're asking me, unfortunately, I'm, I like to be more right than
more right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I slightly.
You're not a tyrant. Yeah.
No. I slightly agree with that.
Okay. You think that everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by facts or not.
Now, see, that supported by facts really throws me for a loop.
Right.
But I think that
that's big.
You say, well, this is it because Martians land on the moon.
Right.
Well, that doesn't mean that your point of view is right. It's not.
But
we're facts.
Generationally speaking, this is a major shift. I think not to get too philosophical or whatever, but right now, if two presidential candidates are in a debate and one is right but a jerk, and the other is wrong but super likable, I think more people today will vote for the likable, and wrong is probably even that's too black or white. But
there's other ones that make outrageous claims.
Yeah,
right.
That's
so
true.
Not backed by facts.
Yeah.
So go ahead and answer it. I think I strongly agree with that.
Okay. All right. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people.
Absolutely, positively. 100% agree.
Cool. You frequently misplace your things.
Yes, all the time. 100% agree. And you said 100% disagree.
And by things, Never mind. You see yourself as a very emotionally stable person.
I would. Did you strongly agree or disagree? Or did you go in the middle?
I don't see myself as emotionally stable.
Okay, then I'll say 100% I agree with that.
So you
emotionally stable.
You are?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone's got to pick you up. Someone's got to have your back.
Your mind is always buzzing.
Get off of my shoulder, Ron. Get yourself together. He's having a breakdown.
Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans.
100% agree.
This is my favorite part about you on this is you're very rarely in the middle. You would not call yourself a dreamer.
I would disagree. The middle disagree.
Okay. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people.
I would middle agree on that.
Okay. Really?
Well, I mean, I'm if we're on stage or
you're
something,
really good about it, but you find
I
it
try to
bit...
put that. Well, I'm nervous. I'm scared to death. I'm shaking inside.
That makes sense. Okay. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination.
I have to agree with that 100%.
Okay. You worry too much about what other people think.
Middle disagree.
Okay. If the room is full, you stay closer to the walls, avoiding the center.
Strongly disagree.
You're out right in the middle, aren't you? You have a tendency to procrastinate until there is not enough time to do everything.
100% agree.
You feel very anxious in stressful situations.
I fully agree with that.
Okay. You believe that it is more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful.
That's a tough one. I don't have any power hungry motives, but I don't care if I'm liked either. So
okay.
I'll say I medium agree to that.
All right. You have always been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things. For example, books, art, or movies.
I guess I'll medium agree to that.
Okay. You often take initiative in social situations.
I'll strongly agree.
Okay. And we have finished, Bo
You
Woods.
got the results?
We have
Results?
finished.
I can't remember what I am. What were you?
So I was an INFJ /
No, I don't want the clinical
T, and that was the that was the advocate.
You were the advocate.
I was an advocate, and that just meant I was a overly sensitive
Sappy.
little squirt. Yeah. Okay. All right. Your personality type is, Bo Woods, a campaigner.
Campaigner.
Yes.
Step right up.
Yes, you are.
I have a deal for you. Believe in me.
Exactly. You are, with regard to your mind, you are highly extroverted.
Yeah.
You have a very intuitive way about you. You rely more on feeling than thinking, but not by much.
Okay.
When it comes to how you approach work and planning, you're always kind of prospecting instead of judging, and you're more assertive when it comes to your abilities and decisions.
Thank you very much. And who are some? Do you have? You got to click on some tabs on the bottom there. Do you have who are some campaigners? There's a couple of orange arrows that you have to hit through. A couple of segments or sections.
Yeah. So the campaigner personality is a true free spirit.
Ah.
That's you.
Okay.
I could agree. Yeah. Yep. They are often the life of the party. Yep. But unlike types in the explorer role group, which I guess you're in that group, campaigners are less interested in the sheer excitement and pleasure of the moment than they are in enjoying the social and emotional connections they make with others.
Ah, I see that.
Okay. Charming, yes. Independent, yes.
Good looking.
Energetic, yes. Hairy.
What?
Compassionate. The 7% of the population that they comprise can certainly be felt in any crowd.
So a campaigner, there are 7% of the population are campaigners and or of that personality trait, and you, being an advocate, are 1%.
I was
You're top 1%?
I was a 1%. Well, I don't know if it's the top. I think it's the bottom.
It's just 1%.
Yeah. You can change the world with just an idea.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah.
Take that, Mary Tyler Moore. I'm gonna make it after all.
Yeah. So more than just sociable people pleasers, campaigners, like their diplomat cousins, are shaped by their intuitive quality, allowing them to read between the lines with curiosity and energy.
Very nice.
And the encouragement here for you, Bo, is don't lose that little spark of madness.
Okay.
So
wait a minute. Where did my spark of madness go? I think it's over by my car keys.
Dang it, you already lost
my
it.
My wife moved my spark of madness again.
Luckily, campaigners know how to relax, and they're perfectly capable of switching from a passionate, driven idealist in the workplace to that imaginative and enthusiastic free spirit on the dance floor. I'd love to see that. I would pay money. Often with the suddenness...
You wouldn't be able to see it because I'd be in the center of the room and you'd be hugging the wall of the dance room.
Exactly. Apparently, you can change gears with a suddenness that can surprise even the closest of friends.
Shut up!
I'm going to look for... Oh, this is... See, your people that are other people like you are so much...
I know. You had Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela,
and Alanis Morissette.
Isn't that ironic?
And here you've got Robert Downey Jr.
Uh-oh.
You've got Will Smith. You've got Robin Williams.
Yeah, man.
And you've got Drew Barrymore.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I'm just an F-up.
No, you're amazing. We've got to make sure that you're well, this is perfect, actually, for our upcoming comedy show. You're going to be great.
Oh, really?
Campaigner strengths, you're curious, observant, energetic, and enthusiastic. You make excellent communicators. You know how to relax. You're very popular and friendly. That is so true. Can I tell you your weaknesses? Poor practical skills.
That's true.
Find it difficult to focus.
Huh?
You overthink things.
Wait a minute. Before you say that, when you say that, you overthink things. Is what you're saying is. So what you mean by saying that I overthink things is...
Wait, focus.
Focus.
Huh?
What?
I mean...
Why would you say that I overthink things?
Man.
Is that you saying that, or is that this personality result saying it? I don't overthink anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Here we go. Another one. You get stressed easily, which I witnessed the minute I told you about the Ronnie and Bo show evening at Elks.
You get stressed instantly and faint secondly.
You are highly emotional and you're independent to a fault. Which
I am.
Are you?
A little bit, yeah. That's part of that. That's part of that. I don't care if you get back to my email, and I don't care if your feelings. I want to be right, you know?
Yeah, but I've enjoyed the partnership.
Well, I have too.
I don't know. I don't see that part. So
starting tomorrow, we're changing the Ronnie and Bo podcast logo to advocateandcampaigner.com. So go to our new website.
That's right. It'll be riveting.
But we'll still have our same. Sponsor, Prescott Realty.
That's right. And we've also got a segment sponsor called PrescottClothing.com, and they sponsored today was called Who Said It? And the Who Said It quote that we opened this episode with was, "You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams."
I know who said it.
Who?
A campaigner. An advocate would never talk like that.
That's probably true. So, who said it? Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss said that?
Dr. Seuss.
The same guy that was laying on his back in Balboa Park copying eucalyptus trees and calling them snuffleless trees.
Green eggs and ham and all of that. He said, you know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams.
Ronnie and Bo's Who Said It?
Brought to you by PrescottClothing.com. And again, thank you so much for Prescott Realty being our sponsor. We love you, and you will love them if you're in the market for buying or selling.
928-499-8700. The challenge lies in hiring the right real estate company with specialty agents to customize your needs Prescott Realty is the group that you need to call. 928-499-8700. Prescott Realty, helping folks in the greater Prescott area since 1991.
Thanks for listening to The Ronnie and Bo Show, available on your favorite podcast provider. Please connect with The Ronnie and Bo Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and RonnieandBoShow.com. Send comments to RonnieandBoShow@gmail.com. This is your announcer speaking. I'm Shotgun Tom Kelly.